This is a short video of Glenview Mansion, which is in Rockville, Maryland, about 20 minutes from my house in Silver Spring, as a possible option for Mom's remembrance service. I'll just walk around the space here to show people what it is. First of all, this is a sort of a kitchen area. If we wanted to cater it or bring our own food, no problem with that. There are several lovely rooms. This is one of them. It's quite a large space, but this is one of them, and they will provide tables and chairs and set it up for us. There's also a very lovely area outdoors to hike around. There are even hiking trails. You can sort of see. I'll show you more of that in a minute. Here's another space. It's certainly a lot and maybe too big for what we need, but anyway, we have the whole first floor and second floor of the mansion on the day that we rent it. There's this area here up a few steps in the foyer. This could be a place where we have photos, pictures, maybe a guest logbook to sign, and people can just kind of gather and sit on the sofas or something. We would be doing this after the Mass on Friday the 14th. Unfortunately, it's not available on the 15th. It's available on the 14th and also Sunday the 16th, which may or may not work for people. Here's yet another room to gather in. This one also is nice because there's a screen somewhere in the ceiling that drops down, and you can give a photo show or video or photo show. And so this could be equipped with chairs, and people could gather here during or after the meal or whatever, and have a photo show. And here's a view of the lawn again, and there's lots of outdoor areas, and this would be blooming in April too. It's quite lovely here. This is the private mansion, but it's available for rental. And you can just kind of get the idea that there's all kinds of wonderful outdoor spaces. Olga's been here hiking around, and she says there are some terrific little trails to hike on. So you just have a ton of beauty and a ton of options here. And then this is looking out the front to the parking area. There'd be ample parking. And we actually, believe it or not, have access to the second floor too. I'll go up there real quickly. So these are the stairs heading up, and the second floor is kind of an art gallery. What we were thinking tentatively is we do the memorial service, and then we invite people to come over here after, but we would probably, if we self-cater it, if we get our own food, we'd be setting things up after the service. It would probably take a good 2 hours to do that. People could go home and then meet us here later, or they could come and just mill around in this huge space. These are little rooms in this art gallery. You can just see it's lovely. There's a porch. It's all old hardwood. You know, there's a porch here to be on. There's a lovely view out into the garden, which once again will be in bloom. All of this would be our private space for 6 hours on that day. And then it just goes on and on. You can see, I'll just quickly walk through it, but there's this whole second floor which we could use, or we could also decide not to use. But the whole thing would be available for us. So here again is a second floor, you know, hardwood, beautiful balcony. This sort of dates from the early 20th century, I would guess. It's a absolutely beautiful space. Another little room. Third floor is off limits. And then more, a little sitting room here. People could, and then restrooms for men and women. All gender restroom here. There's even sort of a conference room. I mean, it just goes on and on. So if anything, it's too big for us, but I mean, this would give us the chance to have 50, 60, 70 people if we wanted to. I don't know if we would get that many. So anyway, that's just a little overview of the space. The cost they quoted us is $1,500 for 6 hours. Bit pricey, but it would be a super high-class event for Mom. And if we can use funds from the estate, that would really be excellent. So anyway, that's about it. This is really probably one of the main spaces we have the event. We are allowed to bring, obviously, musical instruments in here and just do whatever we want with the space. They do not have a piano, but I have a very nice keyboard I could bring over here. So that's about it. Gives you a sense of it.